Do you want to get more expired listings to list their home with you? That's what we're going to talk about in today's video coming up. If you're looking to get more seller leads, if you're looking to get expired listings to list their home with you, this is going to be the perfect strategy for you. If you buy expired data and you're cold calling those expired listings, then this is going to pair perfectly with that strategy, because oftentimes when a expired listing, when that person receives that phone call, man, they just want to hop off that phone call as soon as possible, right? And so what we want to do is provide value to these leads utilizing online marketing. And so what we can do is, obviously you're probably already buying data if you are cold calling expired listings, right? I'm going to show you a platform that I would recommend where you can upload data, basically buy that data and then upload that into Facebook and then show your ads to those people. So that's the super quick strategy. The problem is what most people do is they go straight for the jugular, right? They go straight for the sale. They want an initial name, email, phone number lead from that. But what I'm going to show you is a long-term strategy so that when they start to see you 5, 6, 7, 8 times every single week, and then you call them and you say, hey, my name is Adam Middlesworth with blah, blah, blah Realty, they're actually going to recognize that name, right? How powerful would it be if you're cold calling all these expired listings and they recognize your name, they recognize your voice? How cool would that be? How much easier of a conversation would that be, right? So that's what we're going to cover in today's video. What I would recommend doing is buying data from expired listings on a site called RedX. It's theredx.com, and I'm going to dive into my computer so you can see what this looks like. So if we're at RedX here, you can come and see all their stuff. Go to theredx.com. I'm not affiliated with them at all, but it's just a good platform that I've found to work well with my clients. So you can see all of the leads, right? So choose your leads. You've got expired, you've got geo. So expired listings, obviously you know what that is as a real estate agent. Geo leads, essentially you can enter an address or draw an area, right? If you want to circle prospect or farm your neighborhood within a mile, or if your neighborhood is super specific, what you can do is draw that line, and then you can basically choose the points of data that you want to upload, right? So if you're looking to get listing leads and you want people who are more likely to list their home, you're probably going to choose people who have been in their home 6, 7 years or more, right? So that's that option. And then you can do for sale by owners, for rent by owners, pre-foreclosure. So we're going to focus on expireds, but here's exactly what we are going to do. So I'm going to jump over to Facebook. What we're going to do is we're going to upload that list that RedX is going to give you into your Facebook Ads Manager as a custom audience. So if you don't already know, Facebook has limited you on all of the targeting options that you're allowed to do. So you can't necessarily go in and do a specific neighborhood, a specific zip code, right? So this allows us to get around that in a way and get hyper targeted leads for expireds, for FSBOs, for a geographic area. And that allows us to farm our neighborhood to circle prospect using online marketing, which I would highly recommend. So what we're going to do is we're going to come into Facebook, and Facebook's changed a little bit. So if you're not familiar with this platform, they've just changed some of these things. It's almost the exact same. You just have to kind of work your way around it. So we're going to go into audiences here. So it's in my shortcuts, but it'll essentially be under advertise. It'll be under audiences if you don't see it under shortcuts. Okay, so you click on that and it should look exactly like this. Make sure you have your correct ad account if you have multiple. All right, so then what we're going to do is we're going to click on create an audience, and we are going to click on custom audience. So we're going to click a custom audience here. I don't think I did it. Okay, so now it's popped up. It'll say create a custom audience, and then you have all of these options, right? So you've got website traffic, customer list, offline activity, app activity, video, all these things, right? What we're going to do is we are going to upload a custom list. And this is basically the lifetime value. You probably don't know your lifetime value, so we are going to use a file that doesn't include LTV. From here, it's going to allow us to upload a CSV file or a text file, or you can copy and paste that data. Right, so what RedX will do is they'll give you an Excel file or a CSV file, and you'll be able to upload that, and then it'll populate that data. The other thing that you can do is you can go and copy and paste the name, the address, the phone number, the zip code, all those things, and then you can put that data in here. Okay, so I'm going to copy and paste some data in here just so that you can see what this looks like on the other side. Okay, and then what you'll need to do is choose an original data source. So you'll come in here and you basically buy this from a source, right? You're buying it from a data provider. So you're going to choose from partners and then click on next. And then you can see what this populates as, right? So RedX is only going to give you name, it'll give you a phone number, and then it'll actually give you addresses. So you can see all the options here, and you'll be able to choose those things, right? You'll be able to come in here and choose zip code, city, state, all that jazz, right? So you just want to make sure that these are mapped properly, and then all you'll do is click on upload and create. I'm not going to upload this because it's not an actual data source. But then what you would do, so you can see expireds, FSBOs, Baltimore. I'm going to use that in my ad. So I'm going to come over here and click on create another ad, because what we want to do is we want to run ads to these expired listings, to that custom audience, right? So we'll click on create. So when we go in and we want to choose a campaign objective, so what are we going to do with this custom audience? What are we going to do with the expired listings? How can we provide value to them, create an online relationship with them, and provide more value than any other real estate agent or company is providing to them, right? Because at the end of the day, if we can create conversations with people, the more conversations that we create with people in our market, the more we are going to sell, right? So if we can create that relationship online, because it's just like this, right? You're watching this video, and I'm creating a relationship with you through this video. I'm providing value to you through this video. The same thing can apply for your real estate business. How can you help an expired listing? How can you help that person, because they're people, right? How can you help that person go from, man, my house expired, to I'm selling this house in the next however long, right? For a price that I want to sell it for, right? So those are some of the questions that you need to be asking yourself. And then what we're going to do is we are going to create a campaign that would be based around video views or engagement. So those are the two that we would use. The difference would be basically the cost, right? We would test engagement versus video views. For the sake of this video, we're just going to do video views. And you do have to come in here and create a campaign for special ads category. Come in here and choose housing. Okay, so we're going to choose video views. We're going to scroll down here. We would call this what we want to call it. So this is expireds value. And then I do brackets. This is for video views. So I put the objective there, and then the date, right? And then I'm going to use campaign budget optimization. And this can be for relatively cheap. It depends on how much data you buy and how many people the custom audience populates to, but you can do this for very, very inexpensive. I would probably start around $5 to $15. If you have a super small list, like 1,000 people, you can even do this for $1 a day, right? So we're going to click on continue here. I'm going to call this what it is. So we are targeting our expired custom audience, right? So I would just say expired custom audience. I would come in here. I would go and find my list, right? So we're going to use the expireds list. And then I would just come in here and put my city, right? So I would come in here and put Plano. And I wouldn't even touch much of this. I would just keep this as it is, because most of our audience is in the expireds, right? So this is actually a list out of Baltimore. So we can come in here and say Baltimore, Maryland, 15-mile radius, right? So that's what that would look like. I'm not going to touch anything else other than the placements. I really just want this to go to Facebook newsfeed and Instagram newsfeed. So I'm going to come in here and take all of these off. Right, so then at this point, we're good to go. I'm just going to click on continue. You don't need to mess with any of this at this point. All right, so from here, you're going to upload your video. And at that point, you should have your video already made, already edited down. So quick points on the video. I would keep it anywhere between 1.5 minutes and 5 minutes, depending on how engaging it is. And then from that point, basically your framework for the video should be, you want to hook them in the first 30 seconds to get them to watch more, right? In that middle portion, you're going to educate your expired listing person. So you're going to educate those people on how they can sell their home essentially. And then at the end, have a soft call to action. Hey, if you want any help, shoot me a message, comment down below. I'll be happy to help you, right? So that's as simple as it can get on the video. So hook, educate them on the process, and then soft call to action, shoot me a message, go to my website, comment down below. I would probably choose one of the first two. So shoot me a message is a really good one, or comment down below is also a really good one. So we're gonna just call this expired's value again. And then here you would just upload your video. I'm not gonna go through that process because I don't have a video, but essentially you'll just upload that video, and then you would come down here and you can enter whatever text that you want. And then if you do have a website URL, you can send them there. I would just include that in your primary text, right? So you can just shoot the headline here, and then you would, and this headline is essentially the topic you want to talk to them about. And then if you want to send them to a website, you would just send them to your website right here if they choose to do that. And then you've got your ad. You would just come in here and confirm that. So if you have any questions on this process, I know I went over that really quick. The goal of this is to provide more value than any other real estate agent is in your market. And when you do call those leads, they actually recognize you when you say, hey, my name is Adam Middlesworth. I'm with XYZ Realty, right? So that is the goal of this advertising campaign. If you have any questions, comment down below. Happy to help. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Also, make sure that you subscribe. Click the bell icon so you get notified when I upload new videos. I've got a lot of cool content coming. I look forward to seeing you guys in the next video.